What's up, everyone? This is Mason with CampocoCards.com, and today I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about selling your cards on eBay. I've personally sold thousands of cards on eBay, so I figure I might have enough information to give you some tips. Things we're going to go over is going to be the condition of your card, the value of your card, shipping, customer service, and a few other details. All right, let's get into it. If you're going to sell cards on eBay, the first thing you're going to need is some cards. This is our example today. It is a Pikachu card from the Celebration set, and we will use him to kind of go over how to look up your cards, finding the condition of your cards, as well as price points. Okay, so here we are. This is a brand new baby eBay of mine. This is not my primary account. I set this up for the demonstration. So the first thing you want to do is that Pikachu card, you want to go ahead and search it up. So this was from Celebration, so what I would do is just do Celebrations, Pikachu, and in the bottom left of the card, there's a set number. So this one is 005/025. And here's our card. So you can tell it's not very valuable. One thing to take note of with these cards is the free delivery under some of them. Now that means that they are not going to charge a shipping cost, of course, but that also means that they are paying for shipping. So this card here with $1.69. Well, I believe eBay's fee for envelopes is around 60 cents. So that $1.69 is going to go quickly down to about $1. Now these cards, just because they're listed here, does not mean that this is the value of this card. This is what people are asking for the card. If you want to see the current market value of the card, what you can do is scroll down and just keep looking until you see completed sales and sold items. Just click sold items, it'll select both. And now we get a better idea of what this card is going for. $1.84, 99 cents, plus you see there $1.25 delivery. So $1.25 is kind of a good number for single cards because you're going to incorporate the cost of the actual delivery charge as well as the envelope, top loader, and any packing materials you might need for a single card. I'll show you guys here in a bit about how I ship mine. When you're looking at the value of a card, there's something you really absolutely have to take into consideration, and that is the condition of the card. Cards in worse condition are going to be worth less money. That's just how it works. So the second listing here, you see at the very end, it says rare NM pre-owned. Well, NM is near mint. So this card is near mint, which is just below the highest grade it can get, which is really going to be mint. So if we scroll down a little here, we will see other conditions. We've got NM again right here at the very top, LP, full art holo rare. LP is light played. So on my store, I don't sell cards under LP because at the end of the day, if you're not a grading company, determining condition is somewhat subjective. So I like to have a LP near mint range, and that's where I stay at, and I make sure all cards are absolutely in that range before I sell them to a customer. So now that we have a general understanding of the range of the value for our card, we need to figure out where our card lands on that range. So as you can tell, it looks pretty good, right? There's not a bunch of scratches or anything like that. If you look here, there is a little white dot that is part of the card. So of course that would, take away from value in my eyes. A lot of times when people are buying cards and they're very, very picky about the condition is because they look to grade the card. Something like this would knock the card for surface, and that would bring down what you could sell it for. Now we're going to turn to the back of the card, and the back of the card is extremely important because this is where a lot of wear and tear will show up. Like this, these white dots on the edges, that's scuffs. And if you look around, you'll see that this card is indeed not perfect. It's not bad, but it's not great. Right there, the folds on the corner. That happens a lot, and that's something you really have to look out for. Otherwise, you can sell a card to a customer saying, oh yeah, look, it's near mint, it looks amazing, and then you turn it to the back and little details make it LP or worse. This card, I would not even consider LP because of this little corner nick. I don't know if I would even sell this card, not even because of value, but I don't like to sell customers cards that I'm not completely sure of the condition. So this one I would probably pass on. But let's say you get a card, now you have its value range, and now you have its condition. Let's say, for instance, this card is an LP card. Okay, here we are back on eBay, and we've got our cards pulled up, and this one here is an LP. So I'll show you a little bit of a workaround. Let's scroll down. Oh, look at that, sell one like this. What this will do is populate the title of the card with the card you're currently selling. So it's very important to make sure the card you are selling is the exact card listed in the title. Now, what we'll do is add some photos. I always do one of the front, and I always do one of the back. If there are imperfections on the card, you want to make sure you show those. So I would go ahead and show these corners, as well as that little dot we saw earlier. So for this card, I don't think it will matter, right? If someone wants this card, they probably just want to throw it in their binder. But when you're selling higher end cards, it really matters. If you're selling a $200 card that can be graded and either be worth $250 or $500, people really care about that because time and money goes into grading cards. Okay, so there we go. We've got our pictures added. We can really keep the title if we want. We're kind of jacking this guy's whole style, but you can do that. Condition. No, it is not professionally graded by PSA, Beckett, or CGC, so no. Condition. So here we go. Now this really matters. I'm going to say this one's moderately played. So item specifics. Usually you have to fill these out, but because we hit someone like this from the buyer before us, he's already filled in a lot of these for us, so that makes it very easy. Now we'll scroll down a little. Description. So you can do a description with AI. Let's go ahead and try that. Wow, that's a lot for this little card, but you know what? It'll do for our demonstration. Pricing. So now we have to look at that range. It says here the median sold price was $1.38. Let's see how they sold. About $1. If we look here, I see a lot of LPs, and that is probably because our title. Very important with eBay. You can get in trouble for selling a card with a misleading title. So what we'll do is just get rid of this. MP, moderately played. And now we'll scroll down a little and see if maybe that pricing has changed. You can see these are still LP. This is why you do your research, because you need to know the value of your card because you can't always count on eBay. So for us, let's say the value of an LP Denier Mint is like $1.25, right? Personally, I just want to move this card. So you know what? 50 cents, you can have it. Now shipping. Shipping is crazy important because you can lose money on shipping, or you can drive off sales by making the customer not want to buy your card because the shipping costs, plus the cost of the card, plus taxes is just way too high. Now shipping service, very important because on eBay for cards, you can go down here, eBay standard envelope for eligible items up to $20. This card is under $20, so we will click that, and that is going to make things extremely cheap. If you look at the link here, 11.5, 6.3 by 1 inch, that is an envelope. You need to ship these in envelopes, guys. It says it in the name, eBay standard envelope. Okay, so now we'll look at the shipping costs. If you wanted to offer free shipping, you can on a card like this. If you offer free shipping, well, you're going to lose money. So let's say the buyer is going to pay a flat rate of $1.25. Now, this is going to make this card unsellable in my opinion because of the fact that it's such a low value card. But $1.25 really is a nice sweet spot for single cards because that covers the envelope and things mentioned earlier. So I'm not going to sell internationally. I could offer local pickup, but I won't for now. And then really that's kind of it. If you want to offer a promotion, you can. They do take a additional fee on top of, you know, what you're already going to be charged once the card sells. And really, I'm good to go ahead and list this item. If you want, go ahead and preview it and you can see how it looks. There she is. Beautiful. All the pictures are there. The title is correct. The NP and the pictures show this is why it's NP. Very important, guys. So that's really how you list the card. And now let's do a couple things with shipping real quick, just so I can show you guys how I did it. And hopefully it'll help you out and prevent any kind of, you know, chargebacks or returns. Pikachu's back. And you can see he's got himself a nice little jacket. You must sleeve your cards. Do not be a barbarian. Sleeve your cards. So I go a little bit above and beyond because obviously you can just chuck this thing in an envelope and, you know, anything could happen. It could slide out. Who knows? So here's what I do. It's a little above and beyond, but I love it. And customers seem to really, really love it as well. So I use a hard top loader. It's got a sleeve inside, of course, and just a sticky note. So I put the sticky note over the top to ensure the card doesn't slide out. Just a little bit of tape for that extra security. And I'll place it inside a piece of paper, fold it up, piece of tape here, snug, it's not going anywhere. Plus it's folded in the envelope. This thing is extremely secure, and this has saved me so many times. Because I would always do my cards like this, customers knew, hey, if I buy from Mason, this card will get to me safe. If at all possible, it will get there. And I've barely had any incidents when I ship cards like this. One thing I wanted to mention is eBay is not only a great site to sell cards on, it's a great site to buy cards. Check this out. I got these 151 Snorlax promos from the ETB, and I got these things for dirt cheap. Dirt cheap. Someone was probably just looking to move them. I'm not really in a hurry to sell them or anything, but it is kind of cool. So make sure you take a look around the app for any cards you're interested in buying. Okay guys, so real quick, I want to go into customer service, because if you're going to be selling on eBay, you're going to need a little bit of customer service, right? So for me, I've had cards that have gotten lost in the mail. I've had cards that I've gotten rained on and destroyed. I've had cards getting stolen off people's doorsteps. I've had all sorts of issues arise where customers want to initiate a return. And a lot of times for me, I want that customer to come back to me. So sometimes, like, let's say, you know, they say, oh, hey, you know, I accidentally ordered the wrong card. Well, you can keep that card. If it was, you know, $5 and under, just keep it. Come back, buy the other card. I'll ship it to you. No problem. If cards get destroyed, lost, or stolen, you know, there are recovery options you can go through eBay or the Postal Service to try and recover some of your money. But for me, when they ask for that return, I give it. No questions asked. 90% of the time, if they want a return, go ahead. You can have it. Because I don't want to go through all the fighting. I don't want hard feelings, and I want them to come back. So usually, I just give them the return. And really, it's kind of rare. So like out of 100 sales, you might get 2, 3, up to 5 returns. That's a lot. That's kind of pushing it, in my opinion. I rarely get them. Make sure you handle customer service with care, because again, you want these guys to come back. And more importantly, you don't want to be the type of seller that doesn't care about their customers. All right, guys, so that's kind of it for this video. This is my first attempt at a longer format YouTube style video. But that's really all I got for you guys. Again, check me out at campococards.com. Hope you guys have a great day.